We have a new fusion on Monday coming up very soon. I know right now you're going through CVC, you're using all your resources, but be prepared for this and be ready for a fusion. Like I always tell you guys, if you can do the fusion, do it. Get that legendary champion. This is going to be one where we're going to need those epic champions, and I don't know how many rares we're going to be able to use. If there's 4 rares that we need to make each of the epics, that's good. If there's a whole new 16 rares, that's going to be crazy. But I want to know from you guys where this is going to be viable, because even if his multipliers are high, and I'm sure he's a champion based off of attack, I don't really see a great use for him right now. But again, always get the fusion done if you can. Let's look over this. They already gave us the flavor text on what we should say about him, what his attacks are. It says right here he gets an extra turn when he kills an enemy with his default skill, decreases the cooldown of his 3rd skill, and will be viable everywhere when you have several enemies in front of you. Well, spiders, we have several enemies in front of us. These kind of champions aren't viable. Maybe they're going to have some kind of new content come in the game where it's got a whole bunch of little things where we can blow them down easily with people. Then I get that. Doom Tower hard, it's not viable, because Doom Tower hard, an attack-based champion like this, will just get beat down so quickly, he won't even get the killing blow on his A1 and really won't be able to help us out. And that kind of drives me into this next part here where it says his A2. Dwarves lack champions with decreased defense debuff. That's great. We need that for faction wars. We for sure do. And then it also says that we have decreased accuracy, which is a Doom Tower nowadays, a must-have. Again, taking a champion in like this in Doom Tower normal, where you're just blasting through the content, because we can do normal with uncommons and rares, is really good. This is going to be fun to take him through normal just to blast through it if you don't have an ethos, or if you're not already using some kind of high damage champion just to kill wave after wave. And then it says here on his 3rd skill, he fully depletes their turn meter and will be great against dungeon bosses. Well, dungeon bosses, we can only deplete actually half of their turn meter now, because stage 21 to 25 and pretty much all the bosses in the Doom Tower, we can't really take advantage of this. Not fully take advantage of that. So again, I'm not sold. I'm not sold yet, but if he does critical hit, he's going to then hit everybody else with an AoE on that A3. His passive fills his turn meter by 10% every time he's hit, and then anytime an ally dies, it fills his turn meter by 20%. The A1 grants an additional turn and decrease the turn meter of A3 by 2 turns if you kill an enemy. Very strong, very powerful, but in these scenarios, unless you're going through potion keeps or you're just coming up through the game, it's kind of hard to get this done. Attacks all enemies, we do decrease defense, and we do decrease accuracy, probably on a 3-turn at 100% chance to apply both, which will then probably make the multiplier not super high. He's got to be attack based, otherwise if he's HP based or defense based, the multipliers won't be anywhere near as high. It will be cool if he's defense based, I don't mind that. Then we can use him as a support based champion that will slowly do damage. If he's HP based, all the HP champions, Samar and the rest, all of them that we've gotten besides Sir Nick and the Mountain King do not do damage. So we do not want him to be HP based. Either defense, so we can play him defensively and get all these debuffs up and kill and take another turn and crit and take turn meter and maybe get HP burn along with these weakens. That will work. I'm probably going to guess he's attack based. We could let somebody know, let somebody on the test server could tell us, but they're not supposed to say anything until they're allowed to release these videos. Probably attack based champion. Maybe his multiplier is going to be 4 on this. A lot of AoE is 4 across the board with this game. And since he does such amazing debuffs, probably 4. It's probably not going to be higher than that. Now, this ability right here, he's going to attack one person and deplete that turn meter. And then he's going to attack everybody if he critical hits. Now, attacking that one person, if he's anything like Saito attacks one person at a really high multiplier. I can't remember from the video I did if it was around 7 or 6.5 multiplier on that one person. So you kill Duchess really quickly, and then you AoE everybody else. And I remember his AoE on everyone else was a 4.1, which is pretty standard. But this guy's going to, Saito attacks that one and then AoEs everybody else but that one. This guy's going to attack that one champion and then attack everybody AoE. So really that one champion that he's attacking could take a crazy mass amount of damage, kind of like Foley. But Foley, I believe, is like a 4, and then his AoE is a 4 on everybody else. So that one person gets hit by an 8 total multiplier, which is a lot of damage. So whoever he hits and then tries to deplete their turn meter is going to take a lot of damage. Now, the other flip side to that is if we have an attack-based champion that we're trying to get a lot of debuffs landed, doesn't say this cannot be resisted, then we're going to have to load up with a whole bunch of accuracy, and it's going to take away from us doing damage with a champion like this. We want to do a mass amount of damage so we can take an additional turn, and so we can get the cooldown on the A3, so the A3 can deplete turn meter, but we need accuracy. We want to get these debuffs up. We want to get an HP burn up if they're below threshold, which is going to be kind of hard. HP burn debuff if the attacked enemies whose turn meter is below 30%. It's really hard to play these type of champions in this game because you want accuracy. You want decreased accuracy, then you want to try to get up burns, and you want to do the weaken, and you want to deplete turn meter. That's why if he's actually defense based, we can keep him survivable. We can give him really high accuracy, and then we can just get these debuffs up and not worried about doing mass amount of damage. Because if you try to do both, it just doesn't work out. It doesn't work out well at all to try to get really high accuracy to try to make him effective really in arena. But if we don't need any of it, then we just go for full on damage, or to even get some really good damage along with the accuracy and going through the Doom Tower. It's very hard to do, super hard to do. But that's all I've got to say about this guy. I don't know of any other scenario where I would use him at the moment. I'll definitely get him. I don't know what the cooldown is going to be on the A3, maybe to go down to a 4-turn cooldown. Then if we get a kill, we drop that down by 2 turns on the A1. We deplete turn meter over and over on the A3, even at a 2-turn cooldown then to a boss. But what bosses have side minions? Ice Golem, Eternal Dragon. Again, it's hard to play. It's hard to play. It doesn't look like a good progression champion. It doesn't look like a good mid-game champion. Maybe it could work there. And it doesn't look like an in-game champion if you have a decent roster. It doesn't look like something you would use. But let me know how you feel about Herndig, the guy right over there with that 70s hair. Everybody, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate your time. Please let me know down below, where do you think it's going to be most effective to use this Fusion champion? I love you all. Thank you all. And I will see you in a video soon.